Well, welcome everybody to the Paul Gorham Head Coaches Show. As I'm with the head coach of the Sacred Heart football team, Paul Gorham, for the final time this year. Hard to believe the season is almost come and gone. One more game for you guys to play at Albany this weekend. But before that, to revisit the regular season finale at home against Duquesne. It ultimately was a 29-15 win for the Dukes, but some positive things from your defense. They scored 8 points. Justin Embler, the sack and fumble return for the touchdown, the block punt for the safety. The defense really did come through despite 29 points on the board. They made some big plays. What did you think of your defense?
Yeah, they did a great job against one of the better offenses in the league, and so they rose to the challenge a little bit and really provided us with the opportunity offensively to win the game, and we just didn't take advantage of the opportunities Saturday. And but they did a nice job, and Zambo causing the fumble and Justin picking it up was a big boost for us to get us on the board and get us even. As I said, the last touchdown was more or less irrelevant. We had an opportunity in a 2-minute situation to get down and win the game, and didn't get it done. They walked that last one in from short yardage. So the score a little bit deceiving that way. We played a little bit better overall than that score would indicate.
This being our final show of the year and our final chance to talk to you, just kind of talk about Tim Little and his emergence, and also his veteran receivers. Rock Tate had caught, I believe, 2 passes in every game this year. Rich Rossi hauled in some pretty good numbers this past week. How have they helped him emerge, and kind of reflect on your veterans?
For the most part, the thing that you want as a quarterback is to have trust, is to where your guys are going to be, and we had one mess up on Saturday in that regard, but for the most part all season we've been sound that way, so he knew where those guys are going to be, and that's where the experience comes in, being on the same page with conversions and depths and all those other things, and so it gives him a level of confidence that you can let it go and know that your guy's going to be there, and that's where the experience comes in for them. And they just go about their business. They all work hard and practice every day, and it translates for them in the game.
How about the emergence of some of your younger guys? How about Kashada Spence, for instance? We know he's a powerful running back. We saw him put that on display a couple times this year, a real great downhill runner and a tough guy to tackle. What do you expect from him in the future?
Just a better understanding of the system. I would like to get him the ball a little bit more because he is so dynamic, and just gives us a great physical presence when we get him going. He's had some great games, and we've had some games that weren't so good. And that's kind of the offense in general as far as the run game is concerned. We've sputtered there a little bit, which has caused us some of these problems here recently. And if we can get that going with him and Greg Moore, I think we've got a good 1-2 combination back there.
With this being the final game of the regular season coming up this weekend at Albany, maybe a good time to reflect on some of the guys that have put in 4, in some cases 5 years with your program, and what do you want to see for them on Saturday afternoon in their finale?
I think a great thing would be obviously going out with a win, a winning season, and all those other things that you look for when you put in that type of commitment. We've had some kids come back for 4th and 5th year that will probably question whether we're going to play again, that I'm really appreciative of, that have done a lot for the program and gave us great presence and leadership for this season, because as a lot goes on from spring ball of last year all the way through to here in the middle of November, taking us up to Thanksgiving, when you got 100 kids getting together, and I think we've had great leadership from the senior class.
Well, this is a very big game for your opponent this weekend, Albany. Their season, I want to say, it really does come down to this week. You can have that role, and we hear that term spoilers. That's something that you respect, to go in and realize that it's going to be a great environment. The game means the world to Albany, and if you guys go out and give them your best effort and you give them a great game, it could be something special. Is that something that is playing in your mind, or a motivation for your team this weekend?
I don't know if it's a motivation. I'm sure they're aware of it. They win, they're in, and as I said, we're looking for a winning season and taking care of ourselves. It's not any enjoyment in upsetting their season, but if we were to do it, that would be great. But as I said, we're more concerned about ourselves as we are week in and week out, and getting a winning season for these seniors in our team.
Finally, Coach, just kind of look back on this season. What is the highlight? When you look back on this year, what are a couple of the special moments you're going to remember? Some of the thrills from there were some very great games, especially the middle part of this year here at Campus Field. What really stands out to you from this season?
We did have that run in the middle of the season where we had 5 out of the 6, and which is good for us. I think it's when you get to that point, it's a little disappointing here recently where, you know, plays that we've been making in the past in order to get us on the run, we haven't made, and I think we can leave the year with a good taste in our mouth if we can get something done on Saturday and get a win up in Albany.
All right, Coach, good luck, and I want to say thank you also for the time all year and sitting down and talking with me and being on Pioneer Vision all season.
All right, thank you very much.
Paul Gorham, the head coach of the Sacred Heart Pioneer football team. They end their season Saturday against Albany. We'll have the call for you on the Pioneer Sports Network.